My main memory of ILC from the book is like, uh, um, I think like the example of AWS and other similar things where it's like, here, we'll make the tools available and then track what tools are being used for what purposes, and then use
Hmm.
that to build things. Um, and uh, the main thing that that reminds me of in this context is um, I think there's an opportunity to sort of ask people why they're coming and keep track of that. And then over time, start to build like personas of like, these are the kinds of people that come to the monastery and why they want to come. And there's certainly more than one kind of guest, but it might be a small finite number that's not one of like, okay, there's, I don't know, uh, Josephine the funder, and there's uh, Alexandra the meditator, and whatever, and they sort of fit into clean, neat ones, and then sort of we could commoditize how we treat each of those people, where it's like, oh, we got you know Alexandra coming in or whatever. Uh, I know that that's how certain companies do things, where it's like, okay, we're going to focus our marketing on these two persona types, and these are the things that we're going to do to market to these personas, and that's going to fuel our income. And I could see that informing the way that we think about the booking process of like, look, there's really only maybe 5 types of people that are coming to the monastery, and yes, there are differences, but these are the differences, and we understand that, and this is how we're going to deal with those differences, and we're moving on.
Mm. Oh yeah, what you said just pinged something on my brain about what that could then enable.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you wanted to kind of run like an internal ILC, right? You could start with this assumption that personas are useful.
Mm-hmm.
That if internally everyone understood, the 5 types of people that came to the monastery, they would just build things by themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if they built things by themselves and were enabled to do that, and you could see what they were building, then you can find the next thing that needs to be commoditized.
Mm-hmm.
So once they have personas, someone's starting to use forms in a way that nobody's ever seen, and it seems to be much more effective for collecting information. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so you build on that, and then you have personas and forms. And then once personas and forms are available and everyone understands how those work, what do people build with those things? And like you can keep
Totally.
expanding like that. So that's sort of like the playful way to think about how to like envision a particular strategy applying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not sure like how it's supposed to come about. I think it kind of is just one of these eureka things where you see how things are interacting, what options are available generally, and then you find something that specifically works here.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
find a way to apply it.